Hey, what's up, Mission Pro fam? How's everybody doing tonight? I am Front Row, filling in for Emily May tonight on a mission with a very special guest, Thunder Rosa. Thunder, how are you tonight?
I am doing really good. This is like last minute, guys. We get to host very short on a mission today. Unfortunately, our host it's out of commission, but we are. Can you hear me well? Because like sometimes my thing is not
We got you.
working the best. Uh, so I'm here. We are here to make to re-announce some of the matches that are going to happen on Mission Pro Wrestling this June 10th, and also to address some of the stuff that just transpired between Genocide and Jasmine Allure. But before we start, I want to remind everyone we have put the on all our social medias, and also everyone that is part of the show has been putting that we are accepting sponsors. Sponsorship had been pretty low lately. We are highly recommend everybody, if you don't have like a lot of money, definitely sponsor one of the not one of the fans, one of the wrestlers. There is a list of wrestlers that can be sponsored. Your sponsorships are crucial for us to continue to run our show every other month. Why? Because it's just a small business, and we continue to be small business, and we want to continue to give an opportunity to new talent, and the talent that you guys are seeing after you see them on Mission Pro Wrestling to flourish in other companies such as WWE, AEW, NWA, Impact, you name it. We have them for you. We cook them. We don't cook them. We bake them. We put them on the oven, and they come out a great product because the ladies are absolutely great. And yes, Front Row, can you tell us a little bit more about the matches that we already announced before?
Yeah, I will, but I just want to add to what you said about sponsorship. So, like our group, I came from our group, the Nation's Corner. We've been sponsoring Mission Pro pretty much since the beginning, like 2.5, 3 years ago. And
Hmm.
Mission Pro is a family. So as a sponsor, you really feel like you're part of a team and every show is special. So I can't speak more highly about being a sponsor. So I highly recommend folks, if you're able to do so, definitely check out that. Email us at missionprowrestling at gmail.com.
Exactly. And
Um,
also, if you haven't gotten tickets, if you are local or you're planning to travel to San Antonio, you can get your tickets at missionprowrestling.com. And also, you can watch the show at Title Match Network.
yes, this is going to be a cool show. And just with the matches that have been announced so far, let's do a little run through of some of the stuff that
Yes.
we've already been speaking about over the last few weeks. On a mission, we had Maya World recently, and Maya's facing Brittany Brooks, two debuting rising stars. That's going to be a really cool match. We also have Tiffany Nieves and Emmy Camacho. Now, Tiffany and Emmy have both been making their names in Mission Pro. Both have a lot to prove, and both are very physical, hard-hitting competitors. And it's going to just be a contest to see who wants it more.
Again, Emi Camacho is one of those talents that have been making a name for herself here in Texas. She comes all the way from Dallas, and she is probably one of the most popular wrestlers we have right now on our roster. Two Latinas that definitely have a lot of fire, and they have a lot to prove. As you guys can see on the last show, Emmy had a very good showing, and she continues to show her different styles of wrestling, as well as Tiffany. She is very, very fiery. She could be, misconstrued as a heel because how passionate she is when she is in the ring. And definitely she's a start in the making. And I remember when I first saw it, I saw her, I think it was at AEW Dark somewhere in Florida. And now she looks like a totally different person. That's probably like almost 2 years ago. So it's again, you don't understand how important it is for us to get your support, not only by you guys watching Title Match Network from like anywhere in the world, but also sponsoring these two talented women. Because with the sponsorship, it just assures that we continue to bring up and coming talent that some of you people are like, why you don't bringing this girl? Why you're not bringing this girl? Well, maybe because they live on the other side of the country, and flights in the summer are extremely expensive. And that will be that we will be spending half of our budget on a flight. So if you can help us out, definitely, 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 we are encouraging to do that. Not only because you get a really cool we say your name on the live show, front row. We've been saying that now. So your name will
Yep.
be said on the front on the show, on the live show. You can hear like, and this wrestler was sponsored by blah 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 blah. So that's like not only like it makes you feel good that we are giving you credit for what you're doing. Because before, um, we wouldn't be saying like, oh, we'll have sponsors, but it was kind of like silent sponsors. But it's important like fans that are becoming sponsors that they understand that their support is so important for the future of some of those women wrestlers.
Yeah, it's like a partnership. I mean, I always felt like as sponsors, it was a two-way street. It was a good friendship, good partnership, and it was a good way to get our name out there, but also to support women's wrestling and the cool stuff that was going on at Mission Pro. So definitely, I do want to touch on a couple more matches, and I
Yes.
have to ask you, at the end of Edge of Glory, or towards the end, you kind of stepped up and made your presence known in that kerfuffle in the ring.
Yes.
What made you want to make a statement?
I just feel like the men's revolution has been overstepping their boundaries and many things, and I think it's time to reel it back up. It's time for us to take over again and for them to understand that their time is limited. And it was important for me to tell them that if they really want to play this dirty games, that is going to be under my terms, not under their terms. So that's why I told JP to shut the hell up, not with those words. And, I'm going to go to hell because church is right next to there, but that's okay. Sometimes you got to like, you know, crack the whip. But it is important that they understand that they need to stop playing games because their time is ticking.
Yeah, and so just to steal a line from Maddie Rinkowski, fans want to know, um, was that actually you on the phone with JP, or was he trying to pull a fast one on us? He looked pretty upset when he received the news that the tag match would be Men's Revolution of Joey Hyder and Boss Baines rather than JP, and JP apparently is now in a singles match. What was the thinking behind splitting them up in that way?
I think when you take a limb out of a working body, it really takes a lot more work to get things done. And I feel like JP and his partner, you know, they've been getting hard too much. And I feel like they together are like, two peas in a pie. And I think we need to separate them. So I think throwing them a fastball on this one and having Brandon and in there is gonna make a huge difference. Not for the
Yeah, I
good.
mean, I've heard a JP called different body parts, but I like the analogy. Okay,
Yeah,
so what we do have now is we have the Moneybirds, Lady Bird and Gigi Ray versus Bougie Reality versus Men's Revolution and the King Bees. That's going to be an awesome match. I'm going to be there live in person. I'm very excited for that match, and just announced is JP in a singles match against Black
Black
Swan,
Swan.
the debuting Black Swan, who is an incredibly physical, very athletic competitor, and I'm very
Very
excited to see her.
well. It's gonna be another again. JP always has something under his sleeve, and he's always been surprises everyone on this one. And I feel like having him with her, we're gonna see a pretty as long as he's not cheating, and hopefully she kicks him in the ass and kicks him in the nuts, because he should he should get kicked in the nuts.
I would sponsor just that if that's possible.
Sorry guys, I didn't have my chat open, so I just want to say hi to absolutely everybody that is here. Make sure not only you like it and comment, make sure you share this. The more people that know they know that we have and we're on, the more people are gonna watch this. Again, we can they brought me in. I know front row we say we're gonna do this short, and I know because I have to go to sleep because I have to wake up at 3:30 a.m. I'm gonna give the speech that I gave in 2019 when we created Mission Pro Wrestling. There is still a lot of work to do in around women's wrestling. This is one of the very few shows that is continued to run consistently and has continuously give opportunities to women that otherwise they don't get a spot. They have taken some big platforms for women to make their name in a bigger place, and now things are, I feel like in the independent scene are reducing a little bit. Yeah, we have a couple of shows that continuously run, but they're on the East Coast, and they have always like bringing around the same people. And I feel like Mission Pro has done a really good job on bringing not only diversity but also giving the opportunities to the young talent. And you can attest to this, front row, because we have
Mhm.
had amazing talent that has come through these doors, and they have gone and done amazing things. But we need to continue to share the gospel, and we need to continue to share things like we used to do, so we can get more resources. So we if you know of a friend that is a designer and wants to like send us some stuff, and she's a female, she wants to get her name out there, let us know. Send us an email to missionprowrestling@gmail.com. If you have a girl that you know from your town that would like to do commentary and she's eager and nobody's giving her opportunity, let them know that we're looking for commentators that are females. The same with backstage and everything. We are looking for new talent that is eager and wants to learn and wants to do something, because I know once they start doing things here, believe me, so many people have gone to so many different awesome places, and it's not impossible. So just putting it out there.
Yeah, that's a great point, because a lot of folks, even behind the scenes, have really honed their talents in Mission Pro and gone on to bigger and better, bigger platforms and more exciting opportunities. And I just love the fact that there's so many opportunities that come out of people who have walked through our doors. And those are powerful words. I appreciate that. Thank you. But what I really do want to ask you about,
Yes.
and one of the things that you were here for, was to talk about the videos that came out recently between our champion Genocide, and today we saw a video from Jasmine Allure. And Genocide made a strong statement that she was unhappy, she was dissatisfied, and sort of upset with Jasmine's behavior at the last show, in the previous show. And she was essentially showing her displeasure and saying that Jasmine had better watch out because the champion was coming for her.
Well,
Jasmine responded, good.
I'm sorry. With that, what Genocide said, I think it caught everybody by surprise. She was helping the men's revolution. And I think we all know Jasmine has been involved in some of the most crazy stories in the last couple of years, and where, she had her own group with the Renegade Twins. The Renegade Twins did a lot of her dirty work. She became a champion due to that. And now she's, on all on her own. And she needed some backup, and she used the men's revolution. But you got to do what you got to do, and especially when you are not, let's say, the most cleanest people to win your matches. You got to do what you got to do. But genocide definitely, I will have to say that she has been with us from day one, and she has not left. And for her to be a champion, and for her to feel like a company is putting a stamp, and is like pushing her to be the face of the women of Mission Pro Wrestling, it means a lot. And that's why she feels that she doesn't have a lot of respect for Jasmine, and she feels that what Jasmine is doing is not what is right. And regardless if Jasmine made a good point, because she felt like she was taking a break, or she was taking a vacation, which she wasn't taking a vacation. She was dealing with some stuff, and sorting some stuff out. I think it's just fair that Genocide is gonna lay this smack down.
Yeah, and I think Brian agrees in the chat, and I think Jasmine makes a good point. She's saying that she's warning Genocide that she's coming for the champion. And I think that Jasmine not necessarily sided with the men's revolution, but she saw an opportunity to get out of a tough situation. She was getting beat up, and I think that she didn't feel like she was getting the support from her teammates that she needed to get in that match.
No, and again, Jasmine needs another opportunity to get back to the title, and because she only held the title for less than 5 minutes, so she feels like she needs to get a run, and she's gonna do whatever it takes to get it done.
So both women are now talking about having, facing each other at some point. Genocide's made a challenge. Jasmine's made a challenge. What do we do here? What are you thinking?
To Jasmine to take the challenge.
Are we going to see a face-off with them?
I don't know. I don't know. I
Because
just
I'm
know
seeing,
Jasmine.
I'm
I just feel like Jasmine is not gonna come alone. Like she never comes alone, ever.
okay. So I'm seeing Jasmine's challenging Genocide at True Colors. Is that a match that you would agree with? Is that a match that you would sanction? They're both asking for it.
Of course, I'm gonna sanction this. Jasmine needs to get the job done, and Genocide has to give her a a good ass whipping because they had never faced each other. She's never beat her. She's probably one of the few members of Mission Pro that yeah, the Genocide hasn't beat yet. So um hey, it's time. I think it's about time.
All right, folks, you heard it here. At True Colors, we will have Genocide, our champion, facing challenger Jasmine Allure. That's going to be an exciting match. I'm super excited for that. And the reason I'm wearing my Locked and Loaded shirt is we saw Genocide face off against Holiday. It's one of the most
Holiday.
physical matches I've ever seen in person. We were sat with Mark Henry. I watched him react to the whole match. It was super exciting. I'm just a huge fan of Genocide. And as our champion, I'm super proud of her. But Jasmine's really smart and she's fast. And it's going to be
and
really, really
and,
exciting.
and let's be honest, I feel from the first show that Jasmine came, because she did a dark match with Holidad, and then to now, that woman has grown so much. Both of them have gone and done like Janice. I did NWA. Um, uh, Jasmine. I'm sorry, my brain is just like. Jasmine has done wow, and has gone all over the country and made a name for herself too. So you have two legit wrestlers that have worked their asses off in the last 3 years to become who have they become. And I feel like this is a, a great opportunity to show for Genocide to show her lucha, because she does lucha, guys. She does a lot of lucha. And Jasmine to like really show how vicious she is as a smaller competitor, as an underdog.
Yeah, it's going to be definitely styles make fights, right? And this is definitely there's a size and power difference, but there's a speed difference, and Jasmine's been there, done that. So I agree. She's been all over the world. We've seen her on SmackDown. We've seen her in some big profile matches all over the place.
Yes.
Genocide as well. Both are seasoned veterans. And okay, so my pick is Jasmine, but we can talk about that another time.
I'm not gonna give my
Okay.
pick. I have to
All
be.
right. Okay, that's
I
fine.
can't be biased.
I'm just watching here. I'll be ringside, just cheering everybody on. But there was one more thing I think that you wanted to talk about. We're going to have a special guest on Thursday night. You want to let
Oh,
people know who that's going to be?
okay, guys. I'm gonna get the big intro because I'm not gonna be here on Thursday. This little young woman has been making a name for herself, I will say, for years. Has worked really extremely, extremely hard to reach and achieve her dreams. Um, she is, I think she's done with high school, and she's trained in Florida. She came to Hybrid School of Wrestling and did a summer here and trained with my son. She's someone that I interview in Busted Open. We talk about her future plans, like the plans in the present. She's definitely has a great presence on social media. She's on a YouTube, Twitch, you name it. She is a future star, and she wants to wrestle in the very near future. So, with that said, Easy is coming next Thursday to our show. with Front Row, and we are super excited to have her because yeah, she's just so fun, and we want to see where she's at right now in her career and her future plans as a professional wrestler. So I cannot wait for you guys to come and tune in to watch Izzy with the rest of the gang.
That's incredible. That's super exciting. We met Izzy in 2015 at a small NXT show. We've been sort of along for the ride to see her evolution, and she's such an incredible person. I'm very excited for the Mission Pro family who haven't maybe met her to get to know her a little better. We'll have to find out why she's here. So you'll have to tune in Thursday night at 9 Central, 10 Eastern, right here on our channel for Mission Pro Unmatched. Thunder, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We had such a good time. So much news going on, and there's
I
still
know
weeks to go
there's
before the
so much
pay-per-view.
going on. And please make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Share. Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Share all our posters. Make sure that people know that we are happening. It's happening June 10th here in San Antonio, Texas at Mission Corps. Make sure you watch this Thursday. Make sure you watch our shows live or the replays. Everything counts. Everything counts. We're growing. We're absolutely growing. If you don't know where we are, we're Mission Pro Wrestling. You can search for us and follow us on our social medias. And also make sure you get your tickets. If you don't get your tickets, make sure you watch us on Title Match Network. We're gonna be dropping more videos, more interviews, more posters in the next couple weeks. There's tickets for sale. Remember, everything helps. Even if you don't come to the show, I have some of my Patreons, they buy tickets so we can invite the community so they can come for free. And I know we have done this before, but we have a lot of the Uvalde families, teachers, and everyone. They're all welcome to come for absolutely free until I stop running Mission Pro. That was a promise that I made to them. So we do a lot of stuff with the community. This, like I said, again, and if this is your first show and you want to come, let me know. I'll do a giveaway in Patreon so you guys can have something really, really cool for this show or for the future shows. We still have many shows coming, and we thank you for coming in and watching us today, and for supporting women's wrestling in general.
Yeah, thanks everybody for joining. I see just too many people in the chat to even shout out. There's probably like, I don't know, hundreds or whatever. There's a lot of people in there. It's going by too fast. Thank you everybody for joining. I have to give you your flowers. Fridays on Busted Open, you always put a spotlight on independent talent, specifically women's wrestling talent, and I want to thank you for that. It always sounds like you're having a good time on Fridays.
Yeah, don't forget to listen to Busted Open Nation, the Busted Open Radio, and a shout out to the Busted Open Nation. It's every Friday, but we are every day from 9 to 12 at Sirius XM. And I also have Thunder Nights on Mondays on YouTube too. So we talk about everything except wrestling. And yeah, that's what we're doing. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Share it. Make everybody know that this exists.
Yes. As Thunder said, make sure you reach out if you're in the San Antonio area for June 10th for True Colors. Get your tickets at missionprowrestling.com. You can email for sponsorship opportunities at missionprowrestling@gmail.com. Follow us on all the socials. Lots of videos, lots of news, matches on Monday. We have stuff going on every day. You don't want to miss it. But I want to thank everybody for joining. Thunder, thank you for being here tonight. Go get some sleep. You got lots of stuff going on, and we appreciate you.
Thank you, guys. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and share. Watch our matches, watch everything. And if you can, drop a little money to sponsor some of those girls. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good night.
That's it. Thanks, everyone.